I said, Grandpa, what's this picture here? It's all black and white, and it ain't real clear. Is that you there? He said, yeah, I was 11. And times were tough back in 35. That's me and Uncle Joe just trying to survive a cotton farm and a Great Depression. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. Oh, and this one here was taken overseas in the middle of hell in 1943 in the wintertime. Almost see my breath. That was my tail gunner, old Johnny McGee. He was a high school teacher from New Orleans, and he had my back right through the day we left. If it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other, you should have seen it in color. A picture's worth 1,000 words, but you can't see what those shades of gray keep covered. You should have seen it in color. This one is my favorite one. This is me and Grandma in the summer sun, all dressed up the day we said our vows. You can't tell it here, but it was hot that June. That rose was red and her eyes were blue, and just look at that smile. I was so proud. That's the story of my life, right there in black and white. And if it looks like we were scared to death, like a couple of kids just trying to save each other.
All right, we're back again with another night of NHMRL action here at Five Flags Speedway for the Five Flags Series. This is the first race of the season for the mini stock series. Chubb, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you?
I can't complain. It's a Monday night, a hard Monday it was. Now I'm ready to kick back and hopefully not get my butt kicked tonight and just call a race or two and maybe 3 races here. So we got Driver Appreciation Night tonight. We got our regulars out here. We got Timmy Trowbridge. Looks like he's sitting on the pole. He's a 2-time winner this season in a couple different series, I should say. Joshua Douglas, he's a Pensacola native. He's sitting second right now. How's that setup feel, Chubb?
Feels pretty good. It's a little bit loose, but not nothing major.
Well, with most local series, you're not going to have huge car counts. We're not a very big car count tonight, but we should have a good little 30-lap race here before the street stocks hit the track. And to wrap up tonight, we got a 50-lap Outlaw modified race using the Tour mods. That should be a good one. The street stocks, a 40-lap race up next immediately after this. As you see the lineup popping up on the board here as we're getting ready to go racing. Like I said, 30 laps, so cautions laps do not count. But I can't imagine we'll have too many of those with the small car count tonight, Chubb. What do you think?
I might see one here and there, but not many, I don't feel.
Yeah, it looks like we got a pretty good field here. We only got one of the Shannons in here So, you know, Luke Shannon won the Pro Late Model race, first Blizzard race of the season. So he's not out here, but look to see him later in the night. I don't know if Paxton's actually going to answer the call either. Jason Skinner's out here. Let's go back and go through these drivers here for you. They're all league members. We went to public sessions to see if we couldn't pick up some good drivers, but there wasn't nobody biting, and I'd rather them not bite. I put on there only serious drivers. As Timmy Trowbridge is on the pole position. Pensacola owns. There is one.
Perfect.
Joshua Douglas is starting second with Klein Everhart. It's hard to fit Klein into a mini stock, but he's out here and he's ready to roll. He's a big, big dude. I ain't saying he's fat. He's just gigantic. Matt Huntington's in the 3 car. Christopher Long and Joseph Douglas, probably also from Pensacola. There's Connor Shannon. We're looking through the roll cage of Joseph Douglas there. That's pretty cool. Connor Shannon in the Busch car. There's the familiar Anthony Chubb Cottle. Jason Skinner. So we got a 9-car mini stock race. 33 laps of action ahead of us before we go street stock racing and wrap up the night with the Outlaw Modified Series here at the Five Flag Speedway with the Nhmrl. Green flags out as Tim Trowbridge takes him off into turn 1, and these first few corners are very important on how this race will be ran tonight. Get a bunch of wrecking going on in the first lap. It turns into a wreck fest for a while. We'll see if these guys can separate long enough to get their cars into some kind of groove here. So Matt Huntington was disappearing for a second. Klein Everhart sitting inside of the 3 car of Matt Huntington right now. It's Huntington, he's leading the points in Tour Mods, and he's got a win in the Tour Mods and like a 3rd place finish. He disappears again, but he reappears there. He's out high wide on the outside, so he's not really affecting anybody's race right now. As the 1 car turns it about sideways going through the corner there, he's sliding. That's not good for your tires. Trowbridge right now is real smooth up there with a 53 right behind him of Joshua Douglas. That 53 reminds me of old Christopher Wade as he's sideways and just about turns it around. That might be a little dramatic. He probably wasn't going to turn it around, but he did get a little sideways. And that will eat up those tires, especially with Tim Trowbridge being so steady right now. Laps are clicking off quick as we already are on lap 6 of 30. This race will move along very fast if these guys keep it green. And I'm not complaining about that. We've had some ugly races this season, so I wouldn't mind some cleaner races tonight. I can't complain. That Pro Late Model Blizzard show, that was a pretty good show. Especially the way Luke ran down the leader and was able to pass him late. That was a really good race. We're right with Connor Shannon here at Five Flags as the sun's going down. Looks just like it does outside my house, but I am only 15 minutes down the road from Five Flags, and this is realistic weather. Here they come right at you. Tim Trowbridge has still got the lead 3rd way through this race. And it looks like the 53 of Joshua Douglas is ready to pounce and do something here. We'll see. We'll see if he's got the moves, if he's got what it takes. Klein Everhart is charging himself, as it looks like he's got a good grip on the car now. As Joshua's looking at the inside, Tim's trying to hold him off. That's a lot of laps to hold him off there with 19 to go, make it 18. That 74 car knows tires is important. If he can make them eat up some tires, he might not be able to make the pass. That 53 is digging. Joshua Douglas is doing all he can. He gets a little loose, and that brings Klein Everhart up to his bumper. The ETI car of Klein Everhart in the 8. He's getting up underneath the 53. If he can make the pass, he will make a charge at Tim. Tim's loving this as he's checking out by about 3 or 4 car lengths, but while they're battling, as you see, Tim Trowbridge has got a half a second lead now. Klein's got to get clear. These two guys are going to watch Tim just check out Huntington and Shannon. They're basically family teammates. They're battling door to door with Christopher Long coming up behind them in 6th. Anthony Chubb Cottle's in 7th with Joseph Douglas back there in 8th. Skinner joined late, and he's struggling back there in 9th. Appreciate you coming and racing with us, though. Jason at the last minute jumping in here. Need all the drivers we can get, especially ones who can keep it straight, as Klein Everhart's made the pass, and now can he make a charge towards Tim Trowbridge with 14 laps to go. Tim got the pole, and he's led every lap so far. There's our winners this season from Five Flags. You see Tim's on there twice. He's won a street pure stock race and a ETI super late model race here at Five Flags this season. Matt Huntington's picked up an Outlaw modified victory of the drivers in this race. '74 digging out of 4. The 8 car's trying to get back to him, and Joshua Douglas, he backed off. He knew if they raced side by side, they wouldn't catch Tim. But he backed off, got right back on the bumper of the 8 car, and now they're charging back to the front. Joshua just raced here from real life, and he knows how to get around this track. And he knows strategy, too, at this track. As you can see, he's ready to make a run for his first NHMRL win here on MonsterVision. Perfect race so far, no cautions, bumper to bumper racing, a few passes here, but we got a battle for the lead once again. Tim Trowbridge held off the 53 earlier, now there's 9 laps to go. Can he hold off this 8 car? Klein Everhart's not much of a mini stock fan, but he's out here running second in the first race of the season. It's only a 4 race points race season before we go to the Snowball Derby race. The mini stocks we're using the mini stocks as replacement for the Crown Vic series, not the Crown Royal series, Chubb. By the way, everybody, it is Anthony Chubb Cottle's birthday tonight. The birthday boy's out here racing with us, running in 7th in the familiar number 99. Chubb, how old are you? About 31?
Yeah, I wish. Turned 44.
44. He's Kyle Petty. Here we come out of turn 4. Timmy Trowbridge coming to lap 24. Chubb's 44. Klein Everhart, he's a young buck. I don't even think he's out of his... He might be in his 30s. I'm not sure. Joshua Douglas is 3rd. And Matt Huntington's found his way. Holding on to 5th. Fighting with Christopher Long right now. Connor Shannon's got a comfortable 4th place run right now. Joshua Douglas is trying to get that 2nd place position back. He says, Klein, if you can't do it, let me try. But right when he says that, Klein runs right up to the bumper of Tim. Does Klein have something for him here with 5 laps to go? Make it 4 as we've been caution free here at Five Flags. It's been a damn good race from start to finish. A lot of different movement in this race, but right now, Tim Trowbridge is trying to hold off Klein. Klein will push him up the track if he's got to. If he can get there, as Klein goes to the outside. What a move. Can he make this stick? High, wide, and the outside. He's going to keep it out there. I thought he was going to try to take that momentum to the bottom. He stays on the outside. He's still outside of Timmy Trowbridge. 3 laps to go. 53 on the inside of 8. 8's holding it to the outside. He didn't want to go down there and shove Tim Trowbridge through the corner. He went to the outside. He's trying to make it work. He's to his quarter panel. They're coming out of turn 4 with 2 laps to go. The one car of Connor Shannon, he's ran it up there. It looks like we got some action on the scoring, but these boys are driving their tails off. Klein Everhart's trying to get back to Timmy, but now he's holding off the 53. Tim Trowbridge, our pole sitter, is coming out of turn 1 and down into 1 and 2, and it looks like he's got this race under control. Tim Trowbridge down the back straightaway, gonna hit 3 and 4, hold off the field. Really good race out there tonight. Tim Trowbridge comes off of turn 4, and he's your winner with Klein Everhart second, Josh Douglas third, Connor Shannon and Matthew Huntington round out the field here. Top 3 to Discord. Good race, guys. Top 3 to Discord. Chubb, Joseph Douglas, and Skinner round out your field. Cool, guys. Appreciate the little lineup of cars here. That makes it cooler for me. As Tim Trowbridge picks up his 3rd win of the season in 3 different cars, I believe we found a track that Timmy might like out here. Trying to get a good shot as we got it there. Chubb, how did you do out there, buddy?
I ran 7th.
7.
Qualifying killed me.
Well, we got another chance. Let's get Joshua Douglas. You got a 3rd place finish. Fell back 1 spot. Declined. Fought your butt off to get that spot back. It looked like you 3 were just super equal. What could you have done to take that win, Joshua?
Yeah, no, I mean, Klein and Tim, they're both really fast guys. I respect them. We had a good race going, and just didn't have enough speed at the end to get them.
Well, it goes that way, but it looks like you're picking up momentum and running up front more and more, and you got good strategy here. It's almost like you know something about this track, Joshua.
Yeah, when you come here all your life, you just kind of see other things that people usually don't. So it's all right, though. We'll come back in the pure stocks and the modifieds.
All right, man. Well, good job. Good to see you on the podium, and good run out there, Joshua.
Yep, thank you.
All right, buddy. Klein Everhart, we had to stick you in a mini stock tonight. Didn't give you many options as far as cars tonight. Come out here and still ran really good and went up 1 position. You were able to get the Tim Trowbridge's bumper, but couldn't quite get around them. What'd you need there?
Well, if it would have been something that had a little more downforce, I might have tried to move him up. But dude, they were so on edge. I was like, if I touch him, we're probably gonna wreck. So I just said, I'm hell with it. Last 3 or 4 laps, I'm gonna try the top. If it works, fine. If not, fine. But I didn't, I know how hard I was driving it, and I knew he had to be doing the same thing. So
but you were
I
able to
lot everybody up.
You're able to get up to his quarter panel, and I know if you get to the outside here and you can somehow pinch them down and get up to their number, you can make something happen. That's a really tough pass here from going, just like Joshua Douglas said, going here your whole life. You see racing here your whole life. I haven't seen too many guys make that pass on the outside with a lower horsepower car, but you definitely tried. You had a good run out there and gave you some momentum for the rest of the night. Good run out there, Klein.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I could do it pretty good in 1 and 2. I just could not figure out how to run up there in 3 and 4.
Well,
it was a good race. That was a really good race up front.
Well, maybe you'll get them in those pure stocks, man. That's Klein Everhart from ETI. We appreciate everything ETI has always done for us, and we hope to see you in another podium, Klein. Good run, buddy.
Thank you.
Jimmy Trowbridge, he comes out here and he's looking like a Five Flags ringer as he picks up his third win of the season in 3 different series now, as Tim has won a pure stock race, a super late model race, and now Tim, you picked up a mini stock race. You took the pole and dominated this thing. Both of those guys were able to get to your bumper, but you were able to hold them off. What was the key there? Just holding the bottom?
Really just holding the bottom, and I knew Klein and Joshua both got there quick. I will be very honest, when I saw in the mirror they were side by side, I was just kind of hooting and hollering because I could save a little bit more. And then once they got single file behind me, then I thankfully was able to save enough tire and kind of keep a couple of the good laps there towards the end and have one heck of a race. I wanted to give a shout out to Klein and Joshua again. That was an awesome race up front. It was super cool. Never even got really into each other. Obviously super tight, but that was awesome. I'm loving this place.
Yeah, we're definitely, we got a good group. I keep trying hard to find us a few more, but for our core group, you guys can definitely put on a show, and you proved it out there tonight. So that was a damn good show, man. Good to see you out here again, and hopefully we'll see you at some of these other races if you ain't got nothing else on your busy schedule.
Yes, sir. I look forward to it. Definitely showing up for this pure stock. We'll see about the mods. Hope fingers crossed, but we'll see.
All right, buddy. Well, good run out there. That's Tim Trowbridge. Good job, buddy. All right, Chubb. Well, we're going to go jump over to this other show. Is that lobby even open yet?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll get over there. We're going to get this race rolling here in just a minute. I'd say that was a pretty fun little show there. What do you think? Good green flag run. You can't complain about the old green flag racing. That's what we like to see. We like to see some action, but we also like to see that green flag racing. We got about 15 minutes to the street stocks, the pure stocks, fire off. So we'll check out a little bit of music. We'll be back here in a few minutes, guys.
I was sitting there selling turnips on a flatbed truck, crunching on a pork rind when she pulled up. She had to be thinking this is where rednecks come from. She had Hollywood written on her license plate. She was lost and looking for the interstate, needing directions, and I was a man for the job. I told her way up yonder past the caution light, there's a little country store with an old Coke sign. You gotta stop in and ask Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Then a left will take you to the interstate, but a right will bring you right back here to me. I was sitting there thinking about her pretty face, kicking myself for not catching her name. I threw my hat and thought, you fool, you could have been love. I knew my old Ford couldn't run her down. She probably didn't like me anyhow, so I watched her disappear into a cloud of dust. I told her way up yonder past the caution light, there's a little country store with an old Coke sign. You gotta stop in and ask Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Then a left will take you to the interstate, but a right will bring you right back here to me. Yes, it's Georgia Heat playing tricks on me, or am I really seeing what I think I see? The woman of my dreams coming back to me. but something felt right when she stopped and asked Miss Bell for some of her sweet tea. Mama gave her a big old glass and sent her right back here to me. Thank God for good direction. Turnip greens.
This day when I hear that song, I see you standing there on that lawn. Discount shades, store-bought tan, flip-flops and cut-off jeans. Somewhere between that setting sun, I'm on fire, I'm on the run. You looked at me and I was done. We're just getting started. I was singing to you, you were singing to me. I was so alive, never been more free. Fired up my daddy's lighter and sang, oh, oh, oh. Stayed there till they forced us out. Took the long way to your house. I can still hear the sound of you saying don't go.
I'll be back. We got 15.
When I think about you, I think about 17. I think about my OG. I think about the stars in the sky. Funny how a melody sounds like a memory, like a soundtrack to a July Saturday night. Springsteen. I bumped into you by happenstance. You probably wouldn't even know who I am, but if I whispered your name, I bet it'd still be a spark. From back when I was gasoline and this old tattoo had brand new ink, and we didn't care what your mom would think about your name on my arm. Baby, is it spring or is it summer? The guitar sound or the beat of that drummer? Yes, sometimes late at night on your radio. Even though you're a million miles away, when you hit on in a USA, you relive those glory days so long ago. When you think about me, do you think about 17? Do you think about my OG? Think about the stars in the sky. Funny how a melody sounds like a memory, like a soundtrack to a July Saturday night. Springsteen. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning with a bone dry bottle of Jack Ice pouring. Damn, she got some nerve when she kicked me to the curb. Guess you could say I got what I deserve, 'cause I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning. Yeah. She said don't come home if you go to the bar. So I said okay baby, then got drunk out in the yard. 2 a.m. I knock up on the door, but she never unlocked it. Guess I don't live there no more. Yeah, she meant business this time. I can't believe my bloodshot eyes. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning with a bone dry bottle of Jack Ice pouring. Damn, she got some nerve when she kicked me to the curb. Guess you could say I got what I deserve, 'cause I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning. Yeah. I used that empty bag of corn to rest my head, a camo jacket for a blanket, then passed out like I was dead. Still got one heck of a buzz. If I look like a train wreck, it's because I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning with a bone dry bottle of Jack Ice pouring. Damn, she got some nerve when she kicked me to the curb. Guess you could say I got what I deserve, 'cause I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning. Yeah. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning. Yes, I did. I can't believe I gotta be at work at 9. That fucking bird's about to catch this 45. Oh, I guess if this really is goodbye, at least I took my boots off this time. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning with a bone dry bottle of Jack Ice pouring. Now she got some nerve when she kicked me to the curb. Guess you could say I got what I deserve. I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning with a bone dry bottle of Jack Ice pouring. Now she got some nerve when she kicked me to the curb. Guess you could say I got what I deserve.
17:30. I'm like, hey, what's up, hello? Since your pretty ass soon as you came in the door. I just wanna chill, got a sack for us to roll. Married to the money, introduced her to my stove. Showed her how to whip it, now she remixing for low. She my track queen, let her hit the bando. We be counting up, watch how far them bands go. We just set a goal, talking matching Lambos. At 56 a gram, 500 grams though. Man, I swear I love her, how she work the damn pole.
We are 5 minutes away from qualifying. 5 minutes.
You know, well, I'm a chicken
You didn't come over the chat if you were man too.
Friday night.
Yeah, I was kind of just saying it to whoever was listening out there.
Got you.
Alright guys, we got about 5 minutes till we do driver's meeting and qualify.
Well, I was raised up beneath the shade of a Georgia pine, and that's home, you know. Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine, where the peaches grow. In my house, it's not much to talk about, but it's filled with love that's grown in southern ground, and a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love. It's funny how it's the little things in life that mean the most. Not where you live, what you drive, or the price tag on your clothes. There's no dollar sign on a piece of mind, this I've come to know. So if you agree, have a drink with me, raise your glasses for a toast to a little bit of chicken fried, and cold beer on a Friday night, a pair of jeans that fit just right, and the radio up. I like to see the sunrise, see the love in my woman's eyes, feel the touch of a precious child, and know a mother's love.
Alright, we're back again here at the NHMRL Five Flags Speedway Series, the second race of the season for the Pure Stock Series here on our racing. The first race was won by Tim Trowbridge, who also won the mini stock race just a little while ago. So he's on a roll here at Five Flags, looking to have some momentum going into this 40-lap battle here, as these guys will be qualifying here in 1 minute. Alright guys, I appreciate you coming out. This is the NHMRL Pure Stock Series. If you're not in the league and you're interested in joining the league is number 6669. 36 is with a 9. It's free to join. If you are applied to the league or in the league by the time this race starts, you will win $15 if you win this race. If not, it'll just go back to the league. Looks like it's mainly league members in here anyway, so let's have a good clean race. If you are not in the league and you're showing your ass, we will get rid of you really quick. So let's try to have a good clean race out here. Right as I say that, what does that? But let's have a good clean race. Coming out of 4, the leader controls all starts. Coming out of 4, can choose high or low line, and start zone is good suggestion, but as long as it's coming out of 4, that's all that we care about. Good luck out there, and we're live on MonsterVision 2024 on YouTube. So we'll get ready to qualify. Chubb, are you feeling any better in these cars, or what you think?
Yeah, I'm still slow for some reason.
Got some familiar names back out here. We'll see how many are still in here. Let's see, it looks like everybody's still in here, so I got 14 street stocks here in Pensacola, Florida. Are ready to get going and put on a show here tonight. So what kind of speeds they were running in practice is Joshua Douglas coming off of that 3rd place run in the mini stocks. He was the fastest car out here. Clyde Everhart, 2nd quick. He finished 2nd in that last race. Trowbridge won the first street stock race, won the mini stock race earlier tonight. And he's looking like he's 4th quick in practice for this. So we'll see. We'll see where they all line up here. Keith Lord, I don't think he's part of the league, but we don't care. We're doing them public, trying to find a few more good men, man. We got a good group of guys, but we could definitely use some more. And that's why we're running public, but our next race will be a tour mod race, and it will be a league session for $25 to win. Tim Trowbridge took home the $10 to win in the mini stocks. Ross Dalton got the pole with his first lap and went out there and destroyed his car on his 2nd lap. Klein Everhart qualified 2nd. We got a couple of Monte Carlos up front. Matt Huntington, he's a multi-time winner in the NHMRL and won a tour mod race earlier in the Outlaw series a few weeks ago, and he's going to look to try to keep his points lead tonight in that series. Christopher Long qualified 5th. Zane Farrell says he qualified 6th. I don't recognize his name. Mike Allen might be new to the league. He's in the 87 Camaro. Old school looking Camaro. Chubb's got 9th right now. We only got one. Well, we got both the Douglases here, Joseph and Joshua. Here's Joshua. He's going to make a run at it. I guarantee you he's not a 12th place car. 13th place car. I think he's going to make a run to the front right here. We still got over 2 minutes left in qualifying. Tim Trowbridge just hits the track too, so lots about to change. As Douglas goes up to 2nd place. He's digging, coming out of the back straightaway. Going through 3 and 4. Here comes Joshua Douglas going for that pole position. Will he get it here? No, he stays in 2nd. Chubb, you're going to make me fall asleep. Here comes Timmy Trowbridge. He's going to make his run for the pole. Let's see where he just got here. That was his first lap, I believe. He moves up to 5th. He's digging down the back straightaway. Coming down in 3 and 4. He looks really good with that old Thunderbird. He comes through 3 and 4. He's digging. He doesn't look loose. Stay away from that wall. Let's see what he gets. Good run lap right there. He might have improved his time. Nope. Everybody's quickest on their first lap. First lap quickest. Luke Shannon has moved up to 7th in his Monte Carlo. Let's see if he can make his 2nd lap do anything here. Nobody's really moving up on their 2nd lap. We'll see if he does. Nope. Joseph Douglas, he comes out here, he qualifies 10th. Saw the seagulls flying out of the swamp. The dump's right down the road from this track, so the seagulls are probably at the dump, Chub. The tallest mountain in our whole county is the dump. And you can see it now. You used to not be able to see it when you came into Florida, right there coming through Alabama. You come right into Florida here, and through exit 1 from Mobile. You used to not be able to see it, but now when you come into Florida, you see a damn mountain. And it's trash. I wonder how tall they're going to build it. They call it some mountain something now. I don't forget what they call it, but one day somebody's rich house is going to be on it. It's going to be covered in grass.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we're getting ready to go racing here once again. We got a few more cars than we did in the mini stocks. The mini stocks went caution free for 30 laps. It's going to be hard for these cars to do that. We got a few more cars in the show, and these are a little harder to control, I believe, than the mini stocks. What do you think, Joe?
A little bit.
Man, Ross Dalton's got a nice looking number 50 car on the pole position. Joshua Douglas starts second with Klein Everhart third. Matt Huntington's fourth in the familiar 99 with Keith Lord out here in the 12 car on the outside of Tim Trowbridge. Luke Shannon, he's a winner in the NHMRL on MonsterVision, and he's out here racing again. He won just a few last week in the Pro Late Models. See Christopher Long qualified in the 8th position there in a familiar 17 car. Luke Shannon 7th. Zane Farrell 9th. Joseph Douglas back here in the 2. Connor Shannon, Mike Allen, Anthony Chubb Cottle, Rick Paradise. Rick Paradise, what kind of name is that? That's awesome. Jason Skinner in the 00. And imagine introducing yourself. I'm Mr. Paradise. Ross Dalton's your leader, the 9 car. Joshua Douglas from Pensacola, Florida's on the outside. Klein Everhart, Matt Huntington, a bunch of NHMRL regulars. I'm not sure if Ross is in the league or not. Chubb, what do you think?
No.
I recognize the name, but I don't recognize the name. So he takes them off into turn 1. Let's see. I said it in the last race. If you can get these first few laps ran, you could actually have a really good race here. That's a big gaggle of cars as Luke Shannon just about loses it. He touches the bumper of the car in front of him, but they save it. Good save, guys. Good racing. Let's hold on to it. The 12 drives right back down to the bumper, and Luke Shannon just about turns him. And that's going to create a bunch of drama.
Hey, John, can you unmute Lucky's mic?
Just one
Dang,
second.
he just alt that forward.
I don't think he got his tires warming up on the warm-up there.
I think he hit the wall so hard his beard shut off.
So watch it here as the 12 dives down low, hits his quarter panel and turns them. And finishes them off.
John, can you enable Lucky's chat, please?
I'm working on it.
You got me?
Somebody
Hey,
already
I did
got
not
it.
mean to get into you off of 4 there. I just don't think I warmed up my tires enough. Don't really know why you had to retaliate that much, but hey, no big deal.
So we're gonna go 1 to go right here. Get back to racing. It's 5 of 40, and I think we are counting the cautions on this series. On the longer lap races for sure. We'll see. I'm not sure if I turned them on or off, but I should have had them off. So we definitely got to get the show in the book so we can go race our third Outlaw modified race there in the pits, ready to go as Joshua Douglas takes over the lead through that situation. And he's going to pull away. Well, I don't know where Ross Dalton's at. Ross Dalton just fell out of the race, I guess. Did it say if he fell out or what?
I don't know. Didn't notice.
Weird. We'll concentrate. Joshua Douglas is out front. Matt Huntington second. Trowbridge is third with Klein Everhart digging on the inside. Klein and Tim, they're a magnet for each other this season. They seem to be about the same exact speed kind of guys. Joseph Douglas is running really good, up 5 spots. And Connor Shannon in the 3 car. We got 2 non-league members again having an issue here. Let's see what happened. Rick Paradise, I don't think he was the car that had an issue. Oh yeah, Rick just lost it.
I don't know how you got that spot, but all right.
We will go 1 to go on the next time around. Hell, probably should have just done it there, but we'll let them go around one more time. We're on lap 7 of 40. What lap are you showing, Chubb?
5 of 40.
5 of 40, all right. As the sun's going down here at 5 Flags, we are here with the Street Stock Series. We got the Outlaw Modifieds up next. Next week, we got a hell of a show, Chubb. We got our open setup Pro Trucks to start the night. Then we got the, not the Outlaw Modifieds, but our other Modified Series, the SK Modifieds, and Pro Late Models. So, trucks, modifieds, and late models next week should be good and fun. Tim Trowbridge is looking to make a run up to that 9 car. Timmy's went up from the 5th place up to 2nd, and he's now ready to make a run for that lead. Matt Huntington's in 3rd, and he gets right up to the bumper of Tim. And those Monte Carlos look so big compared to those front 2 cars. As Joshua Douglas is digging, he knows Tim's quick, and there's still a lot of laps left in this race. This is a 40-lap street stock race, which is a long one. This is a 7-race series, including the Snowball Derby race, 6 points races. Trowbridge finished 1st, Klein 3rd, Huntington 4th, and Chubb Anthony Cottle 5th last race. So a bunch of our points guys are right here duking it out once again. Peyton Burkett was actually co-points leader, but he didn't show up for this race. He's trying to make a run again and win another street stock race. Timmy Trowbridge, you don't want to give him the lead. He's proven that he can just dominate one of these races once he gets out front. He led all 30 laps in the mini stock race. But there is one variable. Guys can't go get tires. Chubbs, do you think tires at lap 20 or 30 could give you a big advantage?
I don't know.
Joseph Douglas, man, he's ran it all the way up to 3rd position. The Douglas boys first and third, and Joseph has ran it up there with a Boyd's Automotive Camaro. Boyd's Automotive, that's here in town. I used to race against a Boyd's Automotive street stock when I raced out at Southern Raceway and Five Flags. Douglas is keeping his nerve. Trowbridge is trying to keep the pressure on. Joseph Douglas would love to get up there and help his fellow Douglas teammate out up there. I'm pretty sure they're brothers, but he might have said cousins. I can't remember. It was last week. Clyde Everhart sitting there in a fourth position. Maybe he's doing a little tire strategy here. There's still over half of this race to go. Trowbridge is digging hard to get around Joshua Douglas, but he doesn't want to burn those tires off. Matthew Huntington's fell all the way back to the grips of his teammate, and last week Blizzard winner in the Pro Late Model Series, Luke Shannon, who is moving into the top 5 around his teammate right now, as Matt Huntington's having some internet issues with that new iRacing thing. If it gets too bad, it'll throw you out. I can't control that. Mike Allen out here running for it with us for the first time. He's tore off the front bumper of that thing, but he's still out here. I think he got tied up with old Rick Paradise in that 34 channel lock car. I love the car. There's Skinner. Oh no, Zero's the one that got tied up, and his car looks alright. Christopher Long's strategy of just rolling along and staying out of trouble. Looks like his radiator got bashed in pretty hard early, but he's still out there, still got the front clip on it. There's old birthday boy, number 99, Anthony Chubcottle in the 9th position. Connor Shannon in the 3 car with Keith Lord, the 12 car. Comes back from an earlier EOL, and he's up to 7th. There's Matt Huntington, Shannon. We're back all the way to the front here. Clyde Everhart opens up the door. He's got around Joseph Douglas. Now Joseph Douglas looking back to the inside, and they both get loose coming off 3 and 4, but they hold on to it. Not good for the tires. Not good at all. Joseph, you'd be better off to get in behind them if you can't stay in front of them. You guys need to charge to the front once again. Joseph's already charged. He started 10th place, and he moved up to 3rd. He's fell back to 4th now. And Luke and Matthew are running those guys down. We're here at Five Flags Speedway off of Pine Forest Road in Pensacola, Florida. So they got rained out Friday night, but we're here tonight racing anyways. It's a 34 car and gets on pit road and went and got some tires. He's going to be pretty quick out here. He's going to come out behind the field though, so he's not going to really get to show that off too much. There's 16 laps to go, just like the mini stock race. Really clean and green out here. It's a 9 car that's doing exactly what Tim Trowbridge did in the mini stocks earlier. So 9 car's really driving a good race right now. Oh, Matthew Huntington goes up there, puts the bumper to Luke a little bit, but those cars can take a little bit of a bump and run there. You can see they get turned a little bit, but they're so heavy. Just stay in the throttle and drive out of it. As Tim Trowbridge is getting worked over right now by the 8 car. Where'd that come from? Is Clyde Everhart's found a gear, and he's went up there and passed Tim. With 13 laps to go, is Klein going to go up there and get his first win of the season? Is Joshua going to win his first race of the season? Or is Tim Trowbridge going to charge back up through there and pick up his 4th victory of the season? Did Tim push too hard to get the lead? Is he falling back now, or is he going to let his tires cool down and make one more run at this victory? But look at Tim. He's sideways. That's not good for those tires, Mr. Trowbridge. Joshua Douglas, smooth as can be out here. Smoothest brother coming out of turn 2.
I got
Klein
him. I'm
Everhart's
tight. My car is basically
getting to him quick.
Oh. Two car, you're blinking and you literally are running me like that. No, Anthony.
Yeah, he just went right through him. I saw it live too. I'm not sure if it was him or Luke flashing, but what a run for Joseph Douglas. He made it all the way through the whole field. That sucks. That happened. I'm going to call it a racing incident with all that flashing there. I'm going to let anybody and everybody get on pit road. As Tim Trowbridge is going to go to pit road, but not that many other cars do. 9 laps to go. Tim's going to have to count on some cautions. He didn't think he could run with these guys, but I don't think he's going to get back. What do you think, Chubb? 9, going to be 8 laps to go? How many laps to go was it right now?
10.
10 laps to go. Do you think he's got enough time to get through this field?
I don't know.
We got 7 cars on the lead lap. Tim's going to come off of pit road. He gets at least 2 tires, maybe 4. I'm thinking 2 as quick as he just pitted.
Yeah, I tell you.
He's going to go with 2 right sides. He was running 3rd. We'll see if he can at least get back up to 3rd. I don't know. There's some good drivers up front. But there also might be some carnage. During that whole situation, Klein Everhart went up there and just snatched the lead away. So it looks like everybody's going to get caught up here. Chubb, are you going to get caught up in time?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Barely.
Alright, we're going to let him go green. Klein Everhart going to pull out of turn 4. He gets a good run off the top, but he opens the bottom right up for Luke. Luke goes right to the bottom. I'm not sure what caused Klein to go to the top there if he was spinning tires, but Luke got a hell of a run going out in front straightaway, and he's going to take the lead, and we got a big-time battle right now. Klein had a hell of a car going into the end of that last run, so we got a caution again, and now Luke's going to be your leader as Jason Skinner's going to spin it around.
No clue if I touched him or not. My screen, I did not touch him. 100% did. I'm telling you right now, I felt nothing.
So we're watching it here. Oh,
Back
yeah.
to the top quick. Of course.
Yeah, he went in there, gave him a hard shot, and just spun him out. If you take them out, you got to go back there with them. Even if they are a little slower than you, so we're going to go back to green here. It looks like Klein has the lead right now. If nobody dives on pit road, we're going to go back racing. Tim Trowbridge moved up to 7th real quick there. I'm not sure where he started. He's got 2 right sides. Here we go, Klein.
Wow.
Is it single?
What it says?
Damn it. Because of the quick
Are you wanting single
caution.
file, John, or double?
And just follow what it says. It must be because of the quick caution. Super quick caution causes a single file. That's really going to help Klein right now. As he's going to come bring them through 3 and 4, and here he goes. As Luke gets another good start, Klein looks like he's spinning tires again, and Luke gets good grip. Luke's to the outside this time, going down the back straightaway. We got 8 laps to go here at Five Flags in the second pure stock race of the season. Klein's got the good groove here as Luke's going to try to run back to the bottom, and he does. What a move. Luke's getting really good at this track. Klein's up high. He's going to try to run it out of turn 2 and get that spot back, but Luke's digging on the bottom. Going down the back straightaway, we got 2 Monte Carlos side by side. 2 really good racers in our league. Luke Shannon, a winner last week in the Pro Late Models, and Klein Everhart looking to pick up his first win of the season. Klein Everhart's digging out on the high side. These cars are heavy enough. He might be able to make it work for 6 more laps. 6 laps to go, and we got another caution. Klein has the lead. I'm not sure if it's going to stick with that, but let's see where it is. And it looks like Douglas has turned it all by himself. So we're going to go back to green as quick as possible here because we got to go. Pro Mod Racing, or Outlaw Modified Racing's up next in the Tour Mod Series.
We got somebody pitting.
Alright, we'll let him pit and we'll go 1 to go on the next lap. This is a awesome little race up front. Luke and Klein are as equal as they can get. Joshua Douglas dominated the first part of this race. He might have something to say. Tim Trowbridge has moved up to 6th. He'll start inside 3rd row with those new right side tires. He hasn't had a whole lot of time to see if they're going to help him or not. He pitted from 3rd about 4 laps ago. So we're going to go 1 to go here.
It's still single file.
I don't know why it's doing that, because I definitely don't have it set up that way. Alright, well, we're just going to let it roll how it's set up. Clyde Everhart is your leader. He gets a good jump out of the corner. Luke looked to the bottom and then lost all momentum. It looks like they're spinning some tires on these starts with 5 laps to go. Luke has time to recover. Keith Lord, he got an EOL earlier in the race, but he's raced it right ever since. He's on the outside, and he's digging right now on the outside looking for 3rd. Klein Everhart, Luke Shannon 1st and 2nd. Keith Lord 3rd. Luke Shannon's disappeared. He might be gone. I don't know where he's at as he reappears, and he's only 2 car lengths behind Klein there. Was that incident earlier? Could have been on Luke's internet, not the other guy. I'm not sure. As Luke gets sideways, Klein's going to keep it steady. As long as Klein can keep it steady, it's going to take an unsportsmanlike move by Luke to get around him, it looks like. But who knows? It's one slip up by Klein, and Luke will be right there. Joshua Douglas is falling back. He's trying to hold on anything he can. Oh, and Lord ends up turned around, and Tim Trowbridge to the inside of Joshua Douglas. That's gonna...
My bad, bud. I did not think I was in there.
Let's see with this group here is Keith Lord, Joshua Douglas, Tim Trowbridge. We're gonna ride with them until we see the wreck here. It's coming up right here, I think. Might be the next lap. Let's just go ahead and ride with them for one more lap. Ooh, Trowbridge gives Huntington a little door there in the 99. They come off of 3 and 4. Here's where the action happens, I believe. Oh, Huntington went up there and turned them. That's on Huntington. Yeah, Huntington didn't mean to, but he went up there and turned. Lord, that's gonna... Just a couple inches there, but it did happen. So we're going to go back racing. Matt Huntington's a good competitor, a good sport. Joe, how many laps are you showing, buddy?
38 of 40.
38 of 40. Guys, no matter what it says, line it up side by side here on the start. Double file, double file. What is it telling you to do?
Single file. I switched it to double file on it.
Not sure why it's stuck on a single, but let's go back double for the start. It's on Klein. How many laps what lap are you on, Chubb?
38 of 40.
Alright, as we might basically a green-white checkered here. We'll see. We got one in the books ahead of us just in case. Klein off of 4. Luke's been getting some good starts on the outside as Troutbridge is pushing them with them good tires. They go off into 1 and 2, and the race is on here at Five Flags in the Highway 9 Pure Stock Series. Going off into 3 and 4, coming to the white flag is out for Klein Everhart as he's trying to hold it down off of Luke, off into 1 and 2. They got Klein Everhart, Luke Shannon, and Joshua Douglas. Our pole sitter's back up there, but he gets loose. Tim Trowbridge to the bottom. Luke's digging on the outside. Here comes Trowbridge on the bottom. Klein Everhart's trying to hold on as he gets loose. Gives Luke a little bump. They get sideways. Klein Everhart takes the win. Shannon,
Dude, I got hit from mine.
Shannon and Trowbridge round out your top 3. Good race, guys. Good race. We'll interview the winner and move on to the next race, which is in league sessions. If you're not in our league, league number 6669, we'll accept you. You can come race with us in the Outlaw Modified Series.
Fine, bud. You never once got touched through the corner, and you just drove up the track and fucking stuffed me in the wall just so I didn't beat you to the line. But, good race. It was fun racing with you until I realized you were a cocksucker.
Good win there, Klein.
That's pretty rough, because I know that ain't true bullshit, but that's his bullshit. Klein's one of the best competitors out there, and he is driving his tail off. Seen Luke do a lot of stuff that I haven't seen Klein do in this league, but let's see what happened here. I think just Klein got loose. I want to see it here. Let's see what really happened as they come off the corner. Yeah, they pound doors and then bounce off each other. He didn't drive you through the wall, just bounced off each other. But the race, that's the way racing goes sometimes. And he still finished second. Luke, Tim Trowbridge third, as Klein picks up the win. Klein Everhart, little bit of drama there on that last corner, but you had the win coming off the corner and pushed up a little bump. He bounced off the wall, bounced back off of you, but you still picked up the win. You charged up, took that lead. You and Luke battled side by side for many laps. I think it was still a good win for you, Klein. Shit like that happens when you're racing street stocks, don't it?
Well, yeah, I tried to cut him as much slack as I could, but he jumped 2 or 3 starts before that, so that's why all those games were being played. I got hit in the center of the corner. I wasn't trying to make that happen.
Oh yeah, well, they were right up your bumper, and it was a wild finish there. And like I say, he said you drove him through the fence, but really all you did was bounce into him. He bounced off the fence, turned you, and that's a typical kind of crazy finish here at Five Flags. He would have had to still beat you by a whole car length coming out of the corner. I don't think that was going to happen, but maybe. But it doesn't matter. These races, we do a lot of them, and you picked up your first win, man. Good job on the win, Klein.
Oh, yeah, super excited. I thought that was a heck of a finish. I thought it was a good race overall. I think on the start, I think I slid back to 5th and just kept digging. Found something there.
I don't know. I looked up, and you charged and surpassed Joshua Douglas for second. And then we had a caution, and you were already in the lead. You definitely found something there.
Yeah, it was finally found something. Finally. It's been a while on asphalt over here.
Yeah, well, Luke was right there. You guys were definitely dead even, but it was kind of whoever was controlling the start there was probably going to win that race. He raced his balls off to be on the outside there, but you definitely had the position. You had him by a few fenders, so it didn't matter either way. Y'all were racing your tails off. He got a little emotional, but you know what? He might win the next one like that. So we move on. We go. Hopefully we can get us enough drivers in the next race to make it a good race. We'll catch you at the next one.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, buddy. That's Klein Everhart, another first-time winner this season from ETI and a solid member of our league. We're going to go over to the Outlaw Modified Series. We'll be back in a minute.
I like being used. It means I have a purpose.
And we're not going to listen to that.
While I'm drowning in the summer heat, Nick and Jack to psilocybin with the maple leaf, sugar coats an evil world in my sobriety. I'd be better with you next to me. I work upon a praying for a little bit of rain, but I'm flooded like the water in the window pane, taken over by the mold and going in my brain. Might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Overtaken by the revelry, losing sleep from overthinking all the irony. Might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Don't know why I feel this way. I get high on the plane, look to the sky. Water's rushing like it's trying to get away from me. This dream I'm chasing is gonna drive me to insanity. It might sound crazy, but it keeps me sane. Don't know why I feel this way. I get high on the plane, look to the sky.
Says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, my woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can fly
old boys can't do.
Broke good old tomatoes and homemade wine, and country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't starve us out and you can't make us run. Cause when them old boys raised on shotgun, we say grace and we say ma'am. If you ain't into that, we don't give a damn. We came from the West Virginia coal mines and the Rocky.
What do you think, Joe? You think Kyle Busch punched Nemechek in the mouth? Mouth was all busted up after the race.
Was it?
Yeah, but nobody saw if it happened like that or what. But I don't know. Why else would your mouth be bleeding? Ain't like you bust your mouth up. I mean, I don't know. It hit the wall pretty damn hard. It broke both tires off the car. That was pretty crazy. When old Bush gave him the hip check.
Did you hear his Kyle Busch is in car with his crew chief? His crew chief said something to him. Said, just calm down there. We're running in the top 10. That's been like the first time in 3 years we ran the top 10.
Kyle's like, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the way he's driving me.
Yeah.
I'd love to spit some beach nut in that dude's eyes and shoot him with my old 45, cause a country boy can survive.
It's kind of like that in-car of Ryan Preece. Kyle Busch screwed up leaving Gibbs. Those cars are so awesome. The way old Gibbs just drives through the field like he's just way better than all of them.
Yeah.
It's just that car is so much better. Well, we're back again here for the Outlaw Modified series. It's been one of the better racing series we've had. It's like we only have 10 of them showed up tonight. Stephen Hassett's here with us. I forgot to approve him all night long. I'm sorry, Stephen, as you're just now getting into our racing tonight. That's my bad, but at least you got in here for your modified race. Hopefully you get a few minutes of practice before we get rolling here. Looks like we got about 10 of you guys out here. It's a long drive for modified drivers to come here for the local track. You know, they rained out Friday night. We're racing on Monday night. It looks pretty clear out here, but not a lot of modified drivers, but we got some good modified drivers. The mini stock show went caution free earlier tonight. The street stocks came out. Only had 2 or 3 cautions. Had a really good race with a battle all the way to the end between Luke Shannon and Klein Everhart with some harsh words given. We'll see if it carries over. This is a new series to the league this season. The Outlaw Modifieds are the Tour Modifieds. We're going to go qualify here in just a minute and get this show on the road. Call it a night. We got 4 more races tomorrow, and we're crowning a champion live on MonsterVision here with the Monsters of Dirt. The Monsters of Dirt will be crowning a micro sprint champion tomorrow night, and the street stocks, limited late models, and 360 sprint cars will be on track. Alright guys, once again appreciate everybody participating tonight. We did keep this in league session. I'm sure we could add more cars in the public session, but we could add a lot more drama also, so you take the good with the bad, and we're wrapping up tonight here with this 10 car show. But all you guys are good, solid competitors. It should be a good show here. We race again in 2 weeks. We're off next week. Then we race again in 2 weeks with the Pro Trucks, SKs, and the late model stocks. So 3 big shows here in a couple of weeks, but next week we are off. We're live on MonsterVision 2024. We're going qualifying. Good luck, guys. 50 laps ahead of you. 10 car show, but it's a good 10 good cars, so good challenge for you guys. Good luck. These guys are getting out here for qualifying. You see Joshua Douglas, he knows what he's doing. He got the pole position in the Street Stock Series, the Pure Stock Series earlier. Joshua took the pole, got used up there at the end. It looked like his tires were just about gone after leading a lot of that race. Not quite sure where he finished, but it wasn't as good as he wanted to, I know that. Luke Shannon's won a modified race in the lower modified series at the Snowball last year, and just about won that street stock race. Clyde Everhart did win the street stock race. He's sitting there third, maybe fourth. This Haas sitting in 91, new to the league. He might know what he's doing. These boys might be in trouble. This Haas sitting that black 91's up to third, coming out of turn 4. Whoa, lost it coming out of 4. That's not good. Clyde Everhart sitting in third with Luke Shannon second. You know, after the drama of the last race, they'll be magnets for each other this race. Tim Trowbridge, here he is. He did make it out for all 3 shows tonight after winning the mini stock race and finishing in the top 3 in the street stocks. Timmy's out here trying to pick him up another win in the familiar 77. So far, Matt Huntington and Hunter East are your winners this season. Huntington is your points leader over Clyde Everhart by 6 points. Christopher Long's only 8 points out with Chubb and Tim Trowbridge in 4th and 5th. So points are wide open for 5 guys that are in here. Joshua Douglas has only raced 1 race so far in the series.
Good to advance it, John. Matt went to bed.
What'd he say? So you got 11 cars in here now. Joshua Douglas is on the pole right now.
I said you're good to advance it. Matt went to bed.
Okay. Matthew Huntington, our points leader, parks it and goes to bed. He'll still get points for showing up here, so he may still be in the points battle pretty good. It's a long season in this series. I think it's 8 races. He got the pole to street stocks. He's from Pensacola, Florida. Joshua Davis Douglas. Let me start over. From Pensacola, Florida, in the 53, Joshua Douglas. My bad. It's been a long day for me, too. There's Luke Shannon looking to win another modified race in NHMRL. Tim Trowbridge trying to win his 4th race in 4 different series this season at Five Flags. Klein Everhart coming off his first win in a long time on asphalt. He's looking to take that momentum and have another good race here. Joseph Douglas charged through that field and then struggled after he got up to 3rd. Fell back. He's back here in 5th with Anthony Chubb-Cottle in 6th. Stephen Hassett in the 91 7th with Rick Paradise back here in 8th. Christopher Long and Connor Shannon round out your top 10. Everybody's getting a top 10 tonight, Joe. How do these cars feel tonight, Chubb? Pretty good?
Yeah, they feel pretty good.
Alright, we got 50 laps ahead of us. Caution laps do count. I'm pretty positive, so we'll see. Been on track 2 times this season already. We've raced these more than any other series here at Five Flags. They'll be off the next time we race. The regulars, lower series Outlaws will be out here. Lower series Modifieds will be out here, the SKs. So Trowbridge and Douglas get a little row bar damage to start the race here before we even get going. Timmy don't like that, I promise you. It's 80 degrees here in Pensacola, Florida. It's clear, 2 mile per hour wind, 28% humidity. That's good nighttime racing. Let's go racing. We get a good start and get a good separation. These guys may go a long time without a caution. There's some good handling cars once the rubber gets heated up. Luke Shannon goes from the outside and he's aggressive and he takes that lead right away from Joshua Douglas. Douglas is going to let him go as we got an early yellow, and it's Joseph Douglas.
I don't know if you're trying to go after me for whatever reason, but I never hit you. Hey, John, is it on green or leader?
It's on the leader.
Like it. Appreciate it, Tim.
Yeah, sir. I forgot about that.
You're all good.
We're going to go right back to racing.
In the
here.
box, right?
Yeah, try to be in the box. As long as you're in 3 and 4, it's on you coming out of 4. Flagman throws it. You done started too late. Yeah, we got another yellow already. It's Connor Shannon and Christopher Long. Christopher's on the inside. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, it's always a Shannon that causes some sort of wreck.
That's on. Yeah, it's more of a racing incident than anything. It definitely wasn't on the 17 we'll race on. I think everybody will get their car fast repaired, but it's early in the race to be having those kind of issues. As long as Shannon's coming to the pits, they're having a struggling tonight. There's old Chubb. He's got his picture up there from Jeremiah, Kentucky. Luke Shannon, Joshua Douglas started first. Tim Trowbridge, and gold crew chief picture.
You got one of them.
Big Klein Everhart, Stephen Hassett from Coal City, Illinois. Chubb from Jeremiah, Kentucky. Joseph Douglas from Pensacola, Florida. Rick Paradise, I don't say. As we're getting ready to go racing again. Green flag's out. We still got the same 10 cars. We've already created more cautions than the street stocks and mini stocks combined, Joe. Trowbridge is trying to pass for second here. He's on the inside of the 53R pole setter. He's trying to hold on, but he also knows tires. And it's a long race ahead. They're only on lap 7 of 50. They only got 10 cars out here, but they're racing side by side all the way around this track. As we got Everhart and Hassett side by side as Hassett's holding on good on the outside, Everhart on the bottom. Everhart looking to pass Trowbridge. He's got the momentum. These two have been together all night, 8 and 74. As Everhart's able to dig off the bottom, Trowbridge gives up the position. Klein Everhart up to the podium with Luke Shannon pulling away out front. Douglas sent. Ooh, what happened there? Looked like old Hassett got a little sideways, but he saved it. Oh,
17, bro. You gotta pick a fucking line.
3 of 17 tie up as they straighten it back out. The 13 is one Shannon struggling, the other one's leading. Let's watch Trowbridge. He goes back around Klein Everhart. Let's ride with Klein Everhart for a little while. We're on lap 12 of 50. Trowbridge won the mini stocks. Everhart won the street stocks. Shannon was a little hot after the street stocks, but he's looking to pick up the win here in the modified series. Stephen Hassett's new to the league, up 2 spots. He's right here on the bumper of Klein Everhart in a good-looking 91 car. Welcome to the league, Steve. Sorry I didn't get you in sooner. I forgot all about you like a Momo. That's my bad. 13 cars fast with Joshua Douglas. Has ran them back down. Tell you what, you can see a lot of updates to this track on the sim, but there is a lot of updates they need to do to this sim to update this track. There's all kinds of new stuff out of the track now that need to be put on here. But it's still good to have my hometown local track on the sim. I love having it on the sim. I just wish I got to race it more and not broadcast it as much. But it's what I do to stay part of the Five Flags scene, my local track that I love so much. I love doing this, and this is the first time we've went for the whole season following everything they do. It's not been a huge success, but we've had some good racing. Coming to lap 20, we got 30 laps to go. We've already clicked off 20 laps. Douglas and Shannon pulling away, looking like the class of the field right now. Trowbridge in no man's land in third with Everhart fourth. Chubb's having his best run of the night, sitting there in fifth with a 3-car and Wild Child Connor Shannon in sixth. Stephen Hassett must have got loose or something. He fell back and now he's gone. He's out of the race. I think he just checked out, Chubb. What do you think? What did it say he did? Manually disconnected going down the straightaway. Guess he wasn't happy with his 6th place run and he backs out of the lobby. Not a lot of cars in this race, but you still got to be pretty talented to go up there and run with these guys. We do have a pretty solid core of league guys. You're not just going to come in here and dominate these guys per se. And you will definitely have a good race, even with smaller car counts than most leagues. But right now, it's spread out. It looks like we're in a practice session right now. As Connor has caught Chubb, it's looking like Connor's going to try to get around Chubb for that top 5. How are the tires feeling, Chubb?
Yeah, I think I've run mine pretty hot.
Yeah, we're at halfway, so some of these guys might be wanting some tires the next caution. I'm interested to see if the leaders are going to need them at all this race, or they're going to stay out with theirs. Douglas has caught Shannon. If he can do anything with him, that's going to be the other story. Chubb's on the outside, Connor's on the inside. Don't make a mistake, Chubb, or he will cuss you out. Chris Long's in 7th with Rick Paradise in 8th. Luke Shannon's blocking like it's lap 49, but we are only halfway. We'll see if he's just running the bottom a good line. I shouldn't say he's blocking. He's running just a good 5 flags line. It's up to the 53 to try to get around him. 53's all the way up to his bumper. He knows he doesn't want to touch him right now. Hey, you wreck somebody here, he could take you with him real quick. There's some guys out here want some tires. There's only 20 laps to go. We got 9 cars on the lead lap right now. Luke Shannon has got Joshua Douglas all the way up his tailpipe with 18 laps to go here. Tim Trowbridge doesn't look like he's gaining much.
My bad, Anthony, dude. I'm trying to stay off. My car is real damaged. It's like fucking burning straight left.
3 cars back behind Chubb. Chubb's trying to stay in the top 5. We got the 17 car, Chris Long, trying to track him down as the 3 just about goes up there and turns around Chubb. Now he destroys his car, and Connor's going to create a caution all by himself.
My bad, guys. If you watch my cockpit, my car's going straight left.
Caution's what some of these guys needed. We got 14 laps to go. Luke Shannon's the leader. He didn't want that caution, but the other Shannon brought out the caution. I don't think Luke wanted it anyway, but maybe he did, and I'm not sure. They're coming to pit road. Tim Trowbridge is going to say stay out with old tires. Timmy, I don't know about that one, buddy. I think they might eat you up for dinner because everybody went on pit road. Joseph Douglas might have got... He stayed out. This could get real ugly up front. They're getting right sides. Are they gonna have time to get? Yeah. Oh, they could have got lefts too. Wow.
You know, where they got a speeding penalty.
So we're gonna go one to go. Tim Travers is out here with old tires. Luke Shannon went to pits. Luke Shannon went to the pits, got right side tires. Everhart and Douglas also got right sides. As Trowbridge picks the top here. 11 laps to go. It's gonna be tough on old Timmy. Timmy. Think he can hold him off with 30-something lap tires, Joe?
I don't know. My rights was in the 80s.
Ooh, so he's probably going to get ate up by everybody here, I imagine. If it goes too bad, he'll want a quick caution so he can go get some tires. He fires from the outside. They head down the front straightaway. Luke's just a tire underneath them. That didn't work out quite the way Tim wanted it. As Luke's going to drive away and be gone now. Tim was thinking outside, get a good jump and get bound in front of him, but Luke started it perfect. Luke takes the lead. Tim up to second. He started third. Our pole setter is getting ate up again at the end of the race as he's falling back. As Chris Long's moved up to fourth right now. Look at Chris having the run of the season with Chubb right behind him. Luke Shannon's just a tick ahead of these guys as Klein Everhart's looking to the inside, and Klein flies by Timmy. Tim looks like he gave up the position to let Klein go right there as he got real loose, and Klein's going to try to make a run to the lead. These three have been up front all night long as Luke's trying to win this race after finishing second in the street stocks. Luke's already won in the modifieds before in the NHMRL and the Snowball Derby last year. 2025 Snowball Derby, he won the modified race. But not the Outlaw Modifieds. This is a new series in the NHMRL. The Tour mods, the Outlaw mods. We got 9 laps to go. Klein's trying to find some speed. As Chubb passes Chris, Chubb up to the top 4 right now with Chris in 5th. Watch out for Joseph Douglas though. He's sitting there in 6th with Joshua Douglas falling way back to 7th. I don't know what's happened. The balance on that car's got to be off. So our pole sitters fell all the way back to 7th spot. Luke Shannon with a 509 to Everhart's 544. Actually, it ran a 485 to Everhart's 544. Luke's got it skipped back right now. He's looking for yet another win to back up that Pro Late Model win last week. Six laps to go. But we've seen it here. If somebody falls off, it happens quick. Klein's right there, just hoping that he busts loose or something and can get up there to him. Hoping that Luke Shannon busts loose. Trowbridge is nowhere to be seen with those old tires. He's still holding on to third. But with them new right sides, Chubb and Christopher Long looking to eat them up. Chubb's looking for a podium. So is Chris. Tim's going to stay high. He knows he messed up with those tires at this point, I believe, as Chubb's looking to his inside. 74 car pushes up high. Christopher Long is looking to his inside, too. Chubb's up to the podium. Good job, dude. 2 laps to go. Next time we see the flag saying it will be the white flag. Klein's made it respectable, but Luke has been the class of this show, taking the lead away on the initial start from our pole sitter. There goes Luke Shannon down into 1 and 2, and he's going to pick up yet another NHMRL win here on MonsterVision. Down the back straightaway comes Luke Shannon.
Oh, he went way high.
Way high. Here comes Klein Everhart ripping it down on the bottom. Klein gets sideways. Luke picks up the win. Klein second. Anthony Chubb Cottle third. And that's your field. Alright guys, I'll interview the winner. Good night of racing. Not a lot of cars, but good racing out there, guys. And like I said, we'll interview the winner and we'll call it a night. And we'll be back in 2 weeks for Pro Trucks, regular modifieds, and Pro Late models. So that was Luke Shannon celebrating there, as he should, after a damn good race out there for Luke. After coming up real close with the street stocks, he finishes out the night, wins the these here, and we'll wait for Shannon. There's Mr. Shannon there. Luke, you dominated this race. You started on the outside front row and just took it from there, man. Had it hooked up, didn't you?
Yeah, it weren't bad. Pretty much just tried to save my tires for majority of the race, hoping for that late race caution, honestly. Figured everyone was going to pit. Everyone's tires were definitely falling off there after that 30-lap run, so I was kind of just hoping for a caution so I could take rights and have a good set for the last, 10-15 laps, and it all played out and worked out good.
Yeah, your brother smashed the wall pretty hard on his own, and you got tires, and I think you probably had them whooped. Even if you didn't get that caution, I think you would have probably held on. You had the car to beat there at the end for sure, and after a really close race in the street stocks, you pick up the win in this race. A good job, Luke, and another NHMRL victory. We'll see you in a few weeks, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Good racing out there, Chubb. Another good night of racing. I think this is probably the best night of racing we had in an NHMRL. Maybe the lower car count with good league members. Maybe there's something to it.
Yeah.
But good job on your top 3, Chubb. Way to run it up through there, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, that's it for us. We're going to call it a night. We'll see you later.
Country folks can